Mr. David Kay. How are you, young man? Happy New Year. Just wanted to do this short video presentation just to showcase some of the things which I think you're missing on your Facebook and your LinkedIn profiles, and how, yes, you can use video more effectively than what you're doing at the moment to reach a whole new set of eyes, potential prospects, potential clients in 2020. We'll see you, sir, on the other side.
Hello there, David. So I've made this personalized video for you based on some assumptions. The first assumption is that you understand that social media works, i.e., if you post content, people look and view and engage with you, and new conversations come from those conversations, potentially new prospects or new leads. The second assumption is that you want to grow your business. And the third assumption is that you largely don't have time to post your content or to keep uploading content on your Facebook and your LinkedIn profiles, and that you want to get to those 2020 goals faster than the traditional client acquisition methods. If those assumptions are correct, then this video, sir, is for you. So what I'm going to share with you is what I think is missing from your LinkedIn and Facebook business pages so they are optimized for growth in 2020. I'm going to show you 4 people who have optimized profiles. And I'm also going to share the 4 different types of video content that you should be showcasing on your social media pages for your business. Hopefully you find this valuable and you can apply it to your online world. So let's jump into your LinkedIn. Now we are connected. And a couple of things that I would probably change or update here on your LinkedIn profile, David, is first of all a cover page or a cover header. The real estate at the top here is just not being used. The standard default on LinkedIn is a nice big blue bar, and that's not really being used. A lot of people on LinkedIn just say largely it's like an online CV. What you could say here really is how you really help people. What's the outcome that people get from coming to see you? Healthier lives, etc. In your about section, a lot of people just talk about what they do. They don't tend to talk about the story or the backstory as to what led them to their current position or role or business. Tell the story, David. You've got a great story to tell. I know, I've interviewed you, and you could be authentic, and you could be connecting, and you could share and be vulnerable so people connect with you. Looking at some of your activity. Now, I get that LinkedIn really isn't really your place, but when you do it, it works. And I know that you're a video guy. You've got all the equipment, but you're not posting, or you don't see the value inside of posting. But when you do, it works. But you're kind of posting one video probably every month. Jumping over into your Facebook fan page. Again, you know, you've got a moderate number of followers. We could always increase that. In terms of your posts, again, it's few and far between. When you do post, I mean, November 7 to January 1, that's great. It's not great at all, really. You can do a much better job, especially given if you're heading towards more of a corporate, building your client base around corporate, or doing workshops or around healthy workplaces, etc. I feel as though you could probably add a little bit more content pertaining to not just what you do, but pertaining to how you can actually help the end target market. But yeah, I mean, it's there's just not enough content on here to really understand, is there an investment being made into your Facebook fan page and LinkedIn. Jumping onto your website, well, look at that lovely old picture there. You must be about 22 there. Yeah, look, I think your website could do with a bit of an upgrade, but again, I guess your focus is family, but you're trying to get a little bit of a hook into the corporate space, and I wonder whether or not that's worth having a conversation with you around how you could tailor some video content specifically to the corporate market. So let's jump into some of those profiles. I'm going to focus on the LinkedIn side because that's generally where I see the best engagement. Let's look at look at some people as you know, right? Let's look at Lara McCormick. Well, you can see the difference between this big piece of real estate at the top, where yours is just a big blue bar. The little call to action in the top right-hand corner for Lara. She's got a good number of followers. She could probably still flesh out the story in here a little more. She's a bit of a sales guru. See what I mean by the headline? Helping business owners launch email campaigns. So really, she could go one step further, in fact, and say, I help business owners connect with their tribe through email marketing campaigns. She's always a good one. Let's look at Glenn Marvin. Again, real estate, top of the page, call to action. What is it they do? In the about section, I said to you about the story. Look at the first 5 lines here on Glenn Marvin's. Have a quick read there. It starts from a story explaining why he does what he does. And sure, then it leads down, blah, 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 into what he does. Ash Palmer's another one. And a little bit of story. The guy's always talking about whiskey. Great headline or great cover photo. And then the other thing, the last one I'm going to show you is, shall we show you someone out of America, just to show where we're all ideally getting to, if you are focusing on LinkedIn or particularly LinkedIn. Shay Rowbottom, great headline. How many followers? I don't know, 160,000 followers or something, which is pretty insane. And just an amazing gal who is just so authentic and is obviously using video to help people find their way on video. So I promised you the 4 different types of content that you could be producing, and I'm going to try and give you some examples of some of those here using the LinkedIn platform. The first one is commentary. So commentary. Most people take a link. You know, if they see an article in a chiropractic magazine and they go, oh, look, that's a bloody interesting little topic. I'll just copy paste that and I'll put that into my LinkedIn. I'll post that. My audience will think I'm bloody marvelous. Yeah, right. That's the lazy way of commentary. Commentary in the new way in 2020 is to read that article and then to repost that content as your own. So Ashley Church is a pretty prolific guy on LinkedIn with 18,000 followers, and what he does is he takes a particular article. Let's take, obviously, national. He's a bit of a national party man, and he has taken this document and then he's turned it into his own words in the post. You don't even need to post the link here. You could just say, hey, saw this article in the national.org.nz, and here's my perspective. Blah, 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 blah. That is what we call a commentary post. Again, it can have lots of diversification in that world of commentary. But commentary as it relates to health in corporates, commentary in well-being of family, how does back pain solve our problems, etc. Back pain, solve our problems. How does chiropractic solve our back pain problems? You get my gist. Second piece for creating content is kudos. Kudos posts. Lara is actually very good at kudos posts. You'll know that you've seen lots of her videos where she's interviewed all of the BNI people, and she's gone around and she said, tell us about your business. So kudos posts are, you want to sing out to your mentors, to your clients, to your staff, and just say, hey, here's a video. These guys are bloody amazing. They do great jobs, and I just wanted to sing their praises. And that's what we call a kudos post. It's all about other people. It's not about ourselves. It's not about our business, but it's us telling our audience how amazing these people are. New Zealanders love a little bit of humility. We love hearing how wonderful our communities really are. So be vulnerable and share those stories. There we go. That is number 2, kudos. The next one is personal story. I'm actually going to choose this guy here, Tim Webb. And he is pretty adept at telling personal stories. And when we say personal story, when I start with most of my clients, what I do is I actually interview them. So what I mean by that is I just interview them on their backstory. I just say, where were you born? Tell us about your childhood. Everything, so people can connect with you, the individual. We've all got stories to tell from our past that can define the person that we are now. So, personal story. Share your personal insights, your personal stories on video so people can connect with you, David Kaye, as opposed to David Kaye Chiropractic. That will come later. And it will come in the form of the fourth way, which is educational posts. And I'll give you Ash Palmer on this one. Ash is the whiskey guy, and what he does some really great education around whiskey. A whole bunch of, he's a bit of a prolific poster. And he posts all about pictures everywhere. This is 5 days. When are we going to find a video? Ash, come on. Okay, maybe there's one there. So,
hi everyone, and welcome back for another Whiskey of the Week. So today we're looking.
So that's probably more of a sales video because he's already kind of already built his awareness online, so he doesn't really need to do too much awareness. He just does awareness. He just does education and sales. So so there we go, education, and that's just across the process of chiropractic, around how to book, how to what to look for, there's so many educational pieces that you could do to educate your online audience and then build that audience. The last point I want to make here is that I'm talking about business predominantly, but all of these profiles, particularly, and I say particularly Glenn Marvin, because while he's in BNI, what I love about Glenn's content is that he doesn't just post about his business, he posts about everything in his life. So as you know, he's away in Italy at the moment, and he uses Facebook and LinkedIn to post about things he's passionate about communities he's involved with, interests. Yes, he likes whiskey too, family and travel, a little bit of business. And that's what it's all about, is don't think about LinkedIn and Facebook as purely about just business things. Post everything, because that's how we connect with you and build our relationships with you, just like going to BNI, it's not just what you do, it's the person behind the role. Anyway, hopefully you found that valuable. Look forward to having a conversation with you at some point. Feel free to press that button underneath this video and we can connect up and have a conversation.